after the Easter weekend. How did we do? We did actually pretty good. Definitely a lot of sales yesterday in specific on Easter. I had quite a bit. And actually, I didn't get to. I was running late this morning, so I didn't have time to actually go to the mailbox. But there's also a few from Saturday as well. But 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And like I think 2 or 3, maybe 4, were from Saturday, and then actually there was like another 2 or 3 orders that were pending, or that had like just come in right in the morning, that I didn't have time to ship out, and actually that doesn't include 2 other things. But so, anyways, you get the point. I had like 10 things just yesterday alone, and then when you put it all together for the weekend, it was pretty good. So I'm gonna start off with these 2 little pickups. This little small hat patch for New York State Police and for Missouri State Highway. On that one lot, the lots that I showed you out of the hat patches, I do have 40, I think it was about 42 out of the 50 states in the hat patches. And then I was looking through and to see which ones I don't have, and to see if I could order a couple of the ones that are missing to throw into that lot and make a whole. I'm not gonna be able to make a 50 states. That's not happening. Like a Hawaii State Police, that's really hard to find. And I'm not gonna sit here forever waiting for it to come in. And then like Florida, there is one available, but it's $15. That's not gonna work for. That's way too expensive, so I'm not bothering with that. And then there's like a couple other ones that are just hard to find. So. But there's like another 2 that I'm thinking about ordering. I was thinking about ordering a Virginia one as well. Kind of just waiting. I wanted to wait a couple days and see if the seller would send me an offer on it, and then I definitely would jump on it. So I'm willing to spend the $5 each on the $5 each on these 2, and then maybe like I said, like one other one, put them together, have most of a collection, sell it off, and then I have another group of all the doubles. Out of that, there's another group to make like another 30 odd one or something. So I'm gonna do that and see how that goes. So get into the sales. This lower Brule Agency Fire Department in South Dakota reservation. $6.99 on this. And I just remembered I didn't go through and figure out which ones I sold out an offer. So give me a minute. Alright, back from amateur hour. Alright, so next we have a bunch of refreshing tabs. Wonderful. Yeah, oh great, they're all gonna refresh themselves. Alright, this Winnetka, Illinois Fire Rescue sold out on offer, $7.19. West Virginia Paramedic, $5.99. I actually got a message on this one, the guy asking if I combine shipping, because he wanted 2 of them, but I don't have 2, I only have this one, and I did check kind of around in the stuff that I haven't listed yet. Yeah, I only got the one, so he just bought this one, and then whatever he needs his other one for, I'm sure you can find it here on eBay. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. Let's just do this real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, you guys all gonna cooperate? Alright, Hershey, Pennsylvania, Station 48, sold for $9.99. Clive Fire, Iowa, sold for $5.99. This has been around quite a long time. As you can see by it's been over a year now, actually. This is, and I want to say even then, it's older than that. But it's out of that lot of 200 stuff, which I've tripled my money on. That was one of the best lots I've ever bought. And I still have a bunch of that inventory left that I could always throw up in a lot. Just close out that purchase and be completely done with it. I just keep plugging away at it, leaving them up, and getting a sale out of it every once in a while. Next, Greenwich, Connecticut Fire, sold out on offer $6.29. Pretty sure I had 3 of these. There's 3 of them in the lot, and all of them were had very slight differences. So I just made 3 separate listings. And this is either the second one or the last one out of them. Next, Palm Harbor, Florida, fire rescue, sold for $9.99. Montgomery County, Maryland, police, $4.99. Very common, boring patch. New Jersey law enforcement, 9/11 memorial patch, $6.99. This is definitely a bit of an odd / rare find. You don't usually see New Jersey 9/11 memorial patches. It's always New York City ones. But there's Port Authority, which also responded, and Port Authority is a combination between New York and New Jersey. So that is that. Village of Salem, $8.99 on that one. Came out of one of the lot I paid retail for, so I only made like $1 on this one. Muddy Brook, Connecticut, fire, $5.99. Manville, Lincoln, Rhode Island, sold out on offer, $5.39. White County 911 Communications, $7.99. No, sold out on offer, $7.19. And it's actually Dispatch Appreciation Week. So great that this sold right just in time for dispatcher appreciation. And I'm not sure if they do day or week around here. I know I've seen a couple posts about dispatcher appreciation being today. So next, Portsmouth, Rhode Island, fire department EMT, sold out on offer, $7.19. These next 2 sold together. There's Schiller Park and then this Oak Brook Terrace, both in Illinois. They both sold out on offer. This one sold for $6.29, and this one was, where is it? $8.09. And then next is Antarctica Fire Department. It's got the Velcro back on it. Sold out on offer, $11.69 plus the $4 shipping. A little more these days with these kind of rare ones that I'm putting, for over $10. I'm doing the plush shipping on them. So, kind of a bit of a transition that I'm doing these days. Next, Charleston County EMS, $6.99. Chicago Engine 49, Truck 33, sold for $3.99. And then Chicago, they've lost 2 firefighters last week. This, I don't think, I don't remember offhand if they were members of either of these station houses. I don't think so. Suffolk, Virginia, driver, fire department, $9.99. This Craftsman 40-volt battery with the charger, sold that for $80 free ship. This was ours. This battery, as you can see, is a bit rough on the edges. This is actually ours from a few years ago when we used to have the 40-volt or the battery-powered weed whacker. We ended up getting rid of the weed whacker. It died or whatever, like all the battery and electric ones end up doing. Those are cheap pieces of junk. They usually, you get a couple years out of it, and then there's junk. So, but the battery was still good, and I showed it in one of the pictures. Yeah, there it is. It still holds a charge to this day. And like I said, it hasn't been used in probably 3 years at least. But still holds a charge and still charges, I'm pretty sure. So, I listed it back in February and was kind of wondering why it hasn't sold yet. Well, duh, it's February. It makes sense that it's sold now. But I did send out, I think, an offer or two on it once or twice, so I did have a little bit of action on it. But it finally did sell now, which makes sense. Beginning of April, it's starting to become nice again. And it's time, time to dust off the yard equipment, and then if the batteries are no good, time to start looking for new ones. So, hopefully I dropped that off at UPS today. Hopefully this sale will net me no problems. Next, Weiser, Idaho Fire, $5.99. Eddystone, Pennsylvania Fire Company, $12.99 on that one. Another $9.99er. The Audrain County Community Emergency Response Team, the CERT team, which actually I've never really seen a CERT patch before. Definitely not for a specific county. So that is actually a cool one. Next is this Irv Sparta Area Fire District. It's supposed to be Wisconsin. Nice job paying attention to the listing. Sold it for $3.50 shipping. These usually go for $3.99 or so. I made myself a a way to stand out at $3.50. Not that it mattered. This has been sitting since October. Next, Putnam County Volunteer Firemen's Association, $7.99. This NAS Cecil Field in Jacksonville, sold for $9.99, is actually going back to Jacksonville. And then this just sold right as I was getting ready to do the video. This NAS Glenview in Illinois for $5.99. Now we'll switch over to the other account, which I still have open on this. Hold on a second. I'm pretty sure I can show you this while I switch over real quick. Boop. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. Well, it shows the tracking. Alright, so we got starting off on the other account, we got this NYPD at $5.99. Flint, Michigan at $5.99 as well. Las Vegas Honor Guard sold out an offer for $7.19. Thought this would have a bit more demand behind it for being Las Vegas and the Honor Guard, which I'm pretty sure there's none other ones listed for the Honor Guard. I think I may have actually had this at auction when I first put it up, and it didn't move, and then it just finally did now, out on offer. So next is another Josephine County Sheriff, and this actually sold to the same guy who bought the other one, like a day or two later, for some odd reason. So that is that. Next, the St. Paul, Minnesota. This was another kind of weird one. The guy sent me a message saying if I would take $3.99 shipped, which is odd to not wanting to pay the extra dollar when we're talking it's $5 here. We're not talking big money or anything. But anyways, I sent him out, or in the message I replied with offer for $2.99, because then it was the plus $1 shipping. So then it came out to his $3.99 that he wanted, and he wanted a new one, which they all are new. But he wanted one with a sticker on the back. For some odd reason, I don't really know why you'd want it. Not that it really matters, but this is one of the ones in the description where I do have, some may have the sticker, some will not. Generally, I do take the sticker off, but some of them, they don't want to come off, so I just leave it on there. And just call it a day. Next, Ulster County Sheriff, subdued, $6.99. New York City Transit Police, $6.99. Yankton, South Dakota Police, sold out on offer, $3.59. And actually, speaking of the New York Transit and showing the NYPD again, I think this is twice now that I've relisted NYPDs again, and they haven't had a problem. So no, I just jinxed myself, but so far doing all right. Gettysburg, South Dakota, $3.99 on that one. And Cheektowaga sold for $6.29, and if I remember right, this did not go local. This went nowhere near local. But next was this Evans, New York, for $14.99. This is something I should have put the $4 shipping on. Whatever, not a big deal. This didn't go local, but it still went in New York State. There was those two were from that local, or that lot of New York that I kept half of, and then the other half of stuff that a good portion of it was local still. I got listed. I didn't really plan on selling it to my local collector because they're kind of on the higher end. I usually like to sell him anything that I got for under $2, and I'll sell it to him for like $2.50. I really just cut him a good deal. So that's why I listed them. These next two sold together. This Rhode Island State K9 and then this Providence, Rhode Island K9. And I think one of them sold out on offer, I think. I don't have it marked, so I'm not sure. But they sold together. This New York State Police. This also came out of that New York lot as well. And there was, I think, 3 other state ones, and then the rest of them were all like local towns. Most of them were local. There's a couple that were not. This Wasilla, Alaska, police sergeant for $6.99. Reno, Nevada Animal Control, out of that little lot of animal control stuff. This Reno one sold from the new lot, but not the Reno that I have. That's from the old lot. So, I still have one. It's just an older listing, which is probably why. Because it's, that one was a newer listing. This Arizona Department of Public Safety, which is their state police, sold out on offer for $5.39. And then last but not least, as you kind of saw when I switched over here, this Buffalo Police Super Bowl Champs 2023 sold for $25 plus 4 shipping, and this did go local. Sent this out today. So as you can see, March 28th, and it took a couple weeks to sell. The market kind of has dipped a little bit. It's kind of died out on these. But that was my last one. I ordered 4 of them, kept one, sold one local, and then listed the other 2 up on eBay. So actually, out of the 4, all of them are local. Yeah, 2 of them were in the city of Buffalo city limits. One went to Cheektowaga, and then mine here's in the town. So they all stayed in Buffalo. So I definitely do regret not buying more of these, because I definitely could have. I definitely could have saved myself and just bought even just one more. Got the free ship just off these alone and not ordered anything else. Saved myself a couple of bucks instead of ordering a couple of the other novelty ones. I do have email alerts set up for when they come back in stock, which I don't think is actually going to ever happen. I did get the email once about it, and then when I went to check the website, it said they were out of stock again. So, definitely should have got more when it was still kind of under the radar. When I first discovered these, it was kind of under the radar. But actually, another thing, I was kind of just browsing around on Facebook and one of like the patch trader buy-sell groups, trader-sell groups. I discovered another patch maker who actually has the Buffalo St. Patrick's Day ones, which I could have got for $11 a piece instead of paying the almost $40 I paid on eBay, because I couldn't really find them when I first found those, because otherwise I would have picked those up too and kind of undercut the other guy and sold those. But oh well. So we'll keep on keeping on. Picked up 2 other things. 2 other Buffalo things for my own collection of Buffaloes. But other than that, that's it for the sales for this week. So we'll see you next week.